The Trilionário Vermejo Park Ranch, the largest Turner ranch, is a true masterpiece of success, power, and history. Did you know that there are places in the world that combine wealth, nature, and tradition in such an impressive way that it seems like something from another planet? How is it possible for a ranch of such colossal dimensions to be maintained and still generate such an impact on the economy and the daily lives of so many people? The Vermejo Park Ranch is a remarkable example of this. It's not just large in terms of space, but also possesses immeasurable value. How can such a prestigious and influential ranch go unnoticed by most of us? Who are the ones responsible for such grandeur, and what can we learn from this? This ranch in the heart of the United States is not just a rural space. It is a legacy that challenges traditional ideas about how wealth and nature can intertwine. Let's embark on this journey together and discover the secrets that make Vermejo Park Ranch so unique and at the same time a true phenomenon. Stay tuned to understand how this heritage can change your perspective on the world of big business and untamed nature. Now that you know a little more about the grandeur of the Vermejo Park Ranch, let's delve deeper into the analysis and explore how this ranch is not just a symbol of power, but also a true machine of transformation. Located in the state of Colorado, with vast landscapes of mountains, forests, and lakes, the ranch has been an example of how nature conservation and economic development can coexist harmoniously. The Vermejo Park Ranch is not just an ordinary agricultural property. It is a wildlife conservation center, a space dedicated to the restoration of endangered species and the preservation of vital ecosystems. But what does this have to do with you? The story of Vermejo Park Ranch teaches us that even in a world where profit and business often come first, there is still room for initiatives that aim to protect the environment. Companies around the world are learning from this model, which combines the management of large properties with sustainable practices. It is fascinating to think about how, behind all the luxury and prestige, there is a deep commitment to nature. The ranch has become an example for investors looking for something more than just financial return. They are investing in a sustainable future, preserving biodiversity and offering job opportunities and local development. Have you ever thought about the impact sustainability can have on your life and the world around you? How can you apply these same principles in your daily life, both professionally and personally? The Vermejo Park Ranch shows us that there are no limits to what we can achieve when we combine ambition with responsibility. Are you ready to be part of a movement that brings together wealth and nature in an innovative and effective way? To truly understand the impact of the Vermejo Park Ranch, we must look beyond the boundaries of a mere property. The ranch is a remarkable example of how managing large land areas can be done in an intelligent and innovative way. The concept of the sustainable ranch that we see today is the result of years of meticulous work, where the combination of nature and business is not only possible but essential. The Vermejo Park Ranch is one of the largest private properties in the United States, with around 60,000 hectares. But it's not just the size that stands out, it's what is done with it. With a strong preservation policy, the ranch helps conserve more than 50 species of endangered animals while maintaining an ecotourism operation that attracts visitors from all over the world. This shows that there is a viable path for businesses that respect and encourage biodiversity. But what makes this model so effective? First, the philosophy that guides the ranch is simple. Use natural resources responsibly without exploiting them in a predatory manner. Instead of turning the land into a factory for immediate profit, the Vermejo Park Ranch's approach is to value natural resources, respect nature's cycles, and at the same time invest in sustainable technologies that allow for production without causing permanent harm to the environment. One of the most remarkable examples of this philosophy is the river and lake restoration program at the ranch. These ecosystems were once at risk of disappearing due to unsustainable exploitation. Today, after years of work, the river water has become pure again, and the aquatic habitats have been restored. This kind of approach shows us that environmental damage can be reversed and a development model can be created that benefits everyone. Furthermore, the ranch is an example of how agricultural practices can align with environmental conservation. Sustainable grazing, where animals are raised in ways that respect the ecosystem's balance, is one of the ranch's main activities. This type of practice, which prioritizes animal welfare and soil health, can serve as a model for smaller properties, encouraging farmers to adopt more responsible methods. When analyzing the Vermejo Park Ranch, it's impossible not to ask, how many other places in the world could follow this example and create such a positive impact? We are at a turning point where the concept of green business is not just a trend, but a necessity. The future of sustainability and economic growth are intertwined. The ranch is just one example of how this future can be shaped in a balanced way, where profit doesn't have to be the enemy of the environment. It's inspiring to realize that this model can be replicated. Have you ever imagined how it would be possible to apply these practices in your personal life or in your business? What would the impact be if all of us started adopting more sustainable practices, whether in the way we consume, relate to the environment, or even how we do business? The future is being built today, and it depends on the choices we make. Now that we've explored the Vermejo Park Ranch from different perspectives, it's time to answer the questions raised throughout the video. What makes this ranch so special? The answer goes beyond its physical size or the financial power involved. The Vermejo Park Ranch is an example of how responsible resource management can have a profound impact, both on the environment and on the local economy. It shows that the pursuit of profit and environmental preservation are not mutually exclusive but can go hand in hand. If you still had doubts about how sustainability can be applied in the world of big business, the Vermejo Park Ranch proves that it is possible. The conservation practices implemented at this ranch are not only beneficial to nature but also to the people who rely on it for their livelihood. Ecotourism, habitat restoration, and the sustainable use of land generate jobs, encourage environmental education, and raise awareness about the importance of protecting the planet. The practical impact of this model is immeasurable. By adopting these practices, the ranch not only contributes to the preservation of species and ecosystems, but also demonstrates how harmony between economic development and environmental conservation can be a tangible reality. The choices made by the Vermejo Park Ranch have the power to inspire other large properties and even companies around the world to follow the same path. The emotional impact is equally profound. It makes us reflect on what we are doing with our planet and what we can do to leave a positive legacy for future generations. This is an invitation for you to reflect. How can you apply the principles of the Vermejo Park Ranch in your own life? What are you doing to contribute to a more sustainable future? Every action counts, and together we can make a positive impact, big or small, on the world around us. If you've made it this far, congratulations. You are a successful person seeking to learn and grow every day. Now take the opportunity to expand your knowledge even further. Don't stop here. Watch the other 2 recommended videos on the final screen, where you'll find more inspiring stories about the world of business, sustainability, and how to make a difference. Before we finish, I want to hear from you. Comment below. I am part of the change. I will adopt more sustainable practices in my life. This is a commitment not only to the environment but to a better future for all of us. Congratulations on your dedication, and continue striving for the best for the world around you. Remember, transformation starts with small actions. If you've made it this far, it's because you have a determined heart. You will succeed in life. Don't forget to leave your like and subscribe to the Celebrities Farm channel so you won't miss any amazing content. Together we can make a difference.